Welcome back. In this lesson, we're gonna cover the exists operator. And we can explain that operator in the following use case. So if we look at our job history table on the HR schema, we can see that there is a number of records for particular employees which made a switch between some job roles or departments. And from our main employees table, we want to fetch only those records that have made some kind of switch between the departments or the job ID. So we can do that with the following where clause. We're gonna fetch all of the columns from our employees table, but we're gonna limit the rows with the exists operator, and we're gonna fetch the records from the job history table, where the job history employee ID equals the parents table employee ID. Now, before we execute this query, it is important to note that the exists operator does not compare any values in our main where clause, but it only returns true or false for a particular row from our query. So when I execute my query, we're gonna get the results back for all the employees that have switched some department or job ID, as those are present in the job history table. As said, the exist operator does not compare any values, but only returns true or false. So for example, our first employee with the employee ID 101 did exist in the job history table, and accordingly, that row was returned. So our select statement did go through every record of the employees table and check if those records also exist in the job history table by our subquery conditions. So it did found for the employee 101, 102, it didn't found for 103, so accordingly it didn't return that row back, and so on. So if you check the job history table, you can see indeed that there is no employee with employee ID 103. Let's just order this, and we can see there is no such kind of a record. If we want to fetch all of the employees which have not switched on job ID or department, we can also use the not exists operator, and we're gonna get all of those employees which have not made any switch, or simply explained, which are not present in the job history table. Very simple and very quick, but still do practice this out. This is it for this one, and see you in the next one.